The cold wind cut sharply across the cemetery, carrying the muted cries of distant mourners, but one sound rose above all, a frantic, desperate barking that echoed through the foggy morning air. Officer Daniels had never heard anything like it. His police dog, Rex, a loyal German shepherd trained to detect danger, was pacing wildly around a small, polished coffin at the center of the grave. The little girl inside it, no more than 7, lay still, her face pale beneath the soft morning light, wrapped in a delicate white dress that seemed almost too fragile for the world she had left. Yet Rex's eyes were locked onto her, his entire body trembling as though he refused to accept what was before him. Something about the intensity in Rex's behavior made Daniels uneasy. He had attended countless funerals, dealt with countless tragedies, but he had never seen a dog behave like this, barking, whining, pawing at the coffin, refusing to be calmed by anyone around. And then, beneath the cacophony of grief and muted sobs, a feeling gripped Daniels, a whisper of unease, a nagging thought that there was more to this story than anyone realized. If you believe in kindness, second chances, or the extraordinary connection between humans and animals, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This story is one of those rare moments that will remind you how powerful love and loyalty can be. Rex's barking drew a small crowd, people who had come to pay their respects, now staring in bewilderment at the spectacle. The little girl's parents, still numb from grief, watched silently, clutching each other as tears ran down their faces. Their daughter, Emily, had been the light of their lives, a gentle, sweet child who loved reading under the old oak tree, who laughed with a sound so pure it could lift the heaviest hearts. Her sudden illness had taken her from them with cruel swiftness, leaving behind a hole that could never be filled. Yet, despite the weight of sorrow pressing down on them, they now felt a strange tension in the air, stirred by Rex's urgent insistence. Daniels knelt beside Rex, trying to calm him, whispering reassurances, but the dog's behavior was unrelenting. He pressed his nose against the coffin's lid, whining, pawing frantically, as if trying to communicate something that no one in the crowd could understand. Sweat formed on Daniel's forehead despite the chill. He had trained with Rex for over 5 years, and he knew the dog's instincts were rarely wrong. There was a message here, something hidden that demanded attention. With a heavy sigh, Daniels made a decision that would change everything. He called over a few officers and carefully opened the coffin, the mourners holding their breath in horror and disbelief. Inside, Emily lay still, her tiny hands folded on her chest. But as the lid opened fully, Daniels noticed something that made his heart stop. A faint, irregular pulse. The child's chest moved almost imperceptibly, a whisper of life against the odds. The officers were stunned. Paramedics were called immediately, their hurried footsteps crunching over frost, bitten grass. Emily's parents were frozen in disbelief, unable to comprehend the miracle before them. Rex barked triumphantly, circling the coffin with a mix of relief and pride, as if he had always known she wasn't gone. In the emergency room, Emily's fragile body was surrounded by doctors working with frantic precision. It turned out she had fallen into a severe coma, misdiagnosed by initial examinations as death due to complications from her illness. Her body had shut down in a way that mimicked the finality of death, but the spark of life remained, waiting for someone or something to notice. Daniels watched from the corner of the room, his chest tight with awe and disbelief. He glanced at Rex, now resting quietly by the bedside, tail wagging subtly, eyes fixed on Emily as if promising to protect her forever. Over the next few days, Emily remained in a delicate state, her family sitting by her side around the clock, each heartbeat monitored, each breath a reminder of the fragile miracle they had been granted. Daniels visited daily, sharing quiet moments with the family, and Rex stayed loyally at her bedside, his presence a constant reassurance. Slowly, Emily's condition began to improve. Her eyelids fluttered open one afternoon, revealing eyes wide with wonder, fear, and recognition. She reached out, trembling, and Rex nudged her hand gently with his nose. A small smile broke across her face, and her parents wept openly, overwhelmed with gratitude and relief. What made this story even more extraordinary, however, was the discovery that followed. When officers reviewed the events leading up to Emily's coma, they uncovered a shocking secret. Emily's life had been endangered by a rare but severe allergic reaction that had gone unnoticed during her routine treatment. If not for Rex's extraordinary instincts and persistence, she might have been lost forever. The revelation shook everyone involved: the hospital staff, the police department, and the community at large. It was a testament not only to the power of vigilance and love, but also to the inexplicable bond that can exist between humans and animals, a bond that sometimes reaches beyond what we think is possible. In the weeks that followed, Emily's recovery became a symbol of hope. Local news stations covered the story, calling it a miracle, a testament to the extraordinary intuition of a police dog who refused to accept death as the final answer. The community rallied around Emily and her family, offering support, prayers, and gifts, but the most profound impact was on Daniels and Rex. Their bond had deepened immeasurably, and Daniels often reflected on how the smallest, most unassuming gestures, like a desperate bark, could change the course of a life forever. Emily herself grew stronger each day, her laughter once again filling the home with warmth. She often sat with Rex, brushing his fur gently and whispering secrets only they could understand. Her parents never forgot the moment when their child's life hung in the balance, and they made it their mission to honor Rex's bravery in every way possible. The story spread far beyond the small town, inspiring people to recognize the extraordinary potential of compassion, courage, and the bonds we share with those who cannot speak in words. Even now, when Daniels walks with Rex on their morning patrols, he remembers that foggy cemetery, the cold wind, and the sound of desperate barking that changed everything. He recalls the helpless grief of parents who nearly lost their world and the unwavering determination of a dog who refused to accept the impossible. And he knows, without a shadow of a doubt, that some connections are destined to transcend reason, that miracles often come in the form of instinct, and that true heroism sometimes wears the coat of fur and walks on four legs. If this story touched your heart, if you felt the weight of hope, bravery, and unconditional love, please take a moment to like, comment, and share this video. Tell us what moved you most, and help spread the reminder that even in the darkest moments, miracles can happen. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or personal experiences that connect to this incredible tale. Your stories matter, and together we can honor the incredible bond between humans and animals that saves lives in ways words alone cannot describe.